All right. So I'm finding out right now. Well, not like this right minute right now, but within the past 3 days, uh, the Begoths are making a comeback, and I could not be happier. As you can see, I've got the vinyl figures up on display here. My dolls are currently packed because the spare room I moved my brother in. He was here for about a year. He moved out in the summer, but it has not been feasible for me to unpack everything and get it back exactly how it was. So unfortunately, they're still in a box somewhere. But I had shared some pictures of some Barbies that are wearing the Begoth dresses in a Reddit post. And people were asking, "Oh my God, where'd you get the dress? Did you make it?" I was like, "Oh no, it's a Begoth doll dress." And then I think someone said in there that they either didn't know what Begoth, yeah, they didn't know what Begoth was. So I started talking to them about it, and I wanted to make sure I had my dates right about when they were in production. So I did a quick Google, and that's when I started to see stuff about making a comeback, and it wasn't just speculation. And I also use Instagram a lot, and I was on there and I saw the picture that they have of the new Storm, who is glowing in green. And I was all like, "Oh, that's a beautiful custom." And then I started to read the caption and everything, and my jaw just hit the floor. I was like, "Are you guys effing for real? Is this true? You guys are making a comeback? You guys are doing a Kickstarter? You guys are addressing the fact that scalpers ruin it whenever there's a new launch?" So it's like, finally, there's a doll company that's listening. And I was looking at the comments inside that Instagram post, and people were asking, "Is there going to be articulation?" Because they did unfortunately just have straight arms, snap joint, knee, so it only bent a little bit. And the official answer was kind of like this little emoji. So I have high hopes that they are coming back, but not only that, they are going to be improved upon with articulated bodies. I don't necessarily need to have it on a made to move type articulated body, as long as we can get wrists and elbows and knees. I mean, sure, if they could rotate, that's great. But with their particular palette of skin color, it's going to be very difficult to get a made to move doll that you're basically going to have to layer that thing up with varnish and paint and seal it. And then, of course, joints rub and move and peel off the paint. You're not going to be able to actually play with the doll. If any part of the doll's skin that's exposed, it's going to show. So it would kind of like negate the fact. So I'm really hoping this time that there's going to be official articulated, because they've done that with the Brats. The Brats used to have just straight arms, and then with their rebooted line, now they have elbow and wrist articulation. And I'm just like, oh, you know what? I would have loved that 20 years ago when they first came out, when I was starting to collect them, because I used to be a huge Bratz fan. And the only reason why I don't have my Bratz dolls anymore was because back when I was, oh God, I was like 21, 22, early 20s. I found out that there was a family who had lost everything in a tornado, and at the time, their daughter was like 10, 12 ish. And so my bleeding heart immediately went out to her, and I just threw them all in a box along with all my Fashion Fever furniture, which, if any of you collect Barbie, and such a good furniture line. I don't regret giving away the dolls, but the furniture line, I wish I had kept. That being said, that was back when the quality was still good. I didn't know that things were going to go downhill in the next decade and generation. And I only brought interest back into collecting dolls when I found out I was having a daughter. And when I started to like look around in the toy aisles again, I was very dismayed about what was on the shelf. And I was just like, wow, I should have kept the stuff that I had. But I digress. Begoths coming back. I feel seen, I feel heard, because I was all about the Rainbow High and Shadow High. I didn't start collecting Rainbow High until Shadow High came out because I wanted something edgy. I knew when they first came out, I was like, okay, they're catering to the basic denominator, which is cute and brightly colored. Get that, going for a little bit, then they're going to branch out and bring in the edgy characters, because you can't start out with the edgy characters, because then you get the uptight moms that are like, oh, this is too mature for my daughter, or you get the other ones that are, this is sexualization and everything. So I realized that, Rainbow High had to pave the way for Shadow High. Unfortunately, Shadow High wasn't really well received. They started going out in weird colors. Why couldn't they keep with grayscale? I don't know. But then they started taking away the second fashion. They started throwing in unnecessary accessories. And we never even got a play set. I'm not talking the dollhouse. I'm not talking the pool and whatnot, or the car. I'm talking about how these characters, these dolls, were set up to be working with costumage, with videography. Some of them were actually doing work with cameras and computers. It would have been nice if they'd gotten like a classroom set where you could put a few of them in there, or they just had the accessories to make it look like, yeah, here's my character. She's doing the nails, at the little station over here, and then you've got someone who's doing the videography. They're filming someone. We didn't get that. I missed what Rainbow High and Shadow High brought to the table, because in a way it was sort of filling up a tiny hole where the Begoths left when they no longer were in production. I mean, you can see these are the only two LOL-OMG surprise dolls I have. I have Bad Girl and Moonlight BB, and they're the only two I want because they're edgy, they're gothic, So this is what I like. Sure. Oh yeah, I love Princess Peach. I've got the whole dichotomy going on of being Princess Bubblegum and Marceline at the same time. I love it. I'm giving the whole Lolita princess, but also be the goth queen at the same time. I can't say that I'm just purely one. I embrace the cute girly within me, but also the death queen as well. And so when it came to the Begoths, oh my god, I finally felt like I'd find my niche. When they left and Monster High first hit the market, oh my god, I remember that day so well. I was in Walmart with my mother, and we were just, our flabbers were gasted, okay? We were like, holy crap, where did this come from? Are they kidding me? Oh my god, we've got to get them. So I got Frankie and Draculaura at the same time. I couldn't pick. I had to have them both. And I started buying them up and down, left and right, all around. I mean, I also was hitting the secondhand market when I couldn't, get the ones that I had missed out on. And then Ever After High, the princessy version, I had to have all of them too. I didn't get all of them. They didn't last long enough. But when it came to Begoths, I felt like such a minority when I was collecting them. And when I lived in Muskogee, we had a store called Hastings Entertainment, and it was pretty much like your Blockbuster, but also like your mall. You could go there. There were movies, books, comics, video games, action figures, room decor. You could get posters. I bought so much stuff from that place. When I was working Walmart and I switched the overnight shift and I got paid a little bit more, Oh my God, half my check went to Hastings. I kid you not. And I found Begoth stuff there. Not just the vinyls, but the actual dolls. And it started with series 3, and it went to series 5. I wasn't able to get anything further or older until I started looking online. I did get a couple sent. I bought Serpentina, or no, not Serpentina. Serpentina, actually, she was in a box that was mislabeled Divinity, and I kept her that way for a while, but then after a while, it's just like, nah, I let her out. No, it was Devastatia I bought all the way from China, and then I bought a lot of 8 that actually had the purple variant of Lita Swanson, and also, who is that one exclusive with the, she's a vampire. Anyway, it's been a while. And I had a couple. I have a couple that are, spares, and I thought I could customize these, but I have not touched them yet because I've just been so afraid of messing it up, because they're just like, they're hard to find, I am just honestly so pleased to hear this, to know that the company really wants their customers to get it, not the scalpers. And hopefully this is going to lead to more than just, Storm. Yeah, she's the face of the company with her little X eyes and her, braided pigtails. But I'm hoping that we're going to get new characters and maybe some revamped old classics that, for whatever reason, just either weren't popular then or were so popular that they sold out. I'm excited. I really am. And this is like the best news that I have heard in a while. And dolls are my comfort, collecting them. And so if there's nothing else to look forward to the next few years, then at least I know that there's the possibility I could start recollecting Begoths again. And I'm really hoping they'll also bring back the vinyls. And I can expand on that some more. But yeah, I just had to get that out there, in case you're hearing it from me and I'm not here, and I'm like, I don't know, 3 days late to the party. I don't know. I've heard it from a few sources. So, but yeah, if you don't know, now you do. Take a look and definitely help with whatever Kickstart is asking for. Let's help get them started. All right. Small companies, they need our help. Mattel's getting too big for its pants, and they're letting their quality slide, and there's too many mistakes even on their collector edition dolls, and it's just like, you're better than this, or you used to be better than this. What happened? So let's support the smaller company. Let's get them going again. Let's breathe new life into Begoth. Rah!